Lucky loser in Super Rugby, folks. It is kind of a slightly overcomplicated system of turning 6 teams into 4 because we have 3 qualifying finals this weekend, but that's going to only give us 3 winners. So we need a 4th team. That's where lucky loser comes in. As I said, I kind of don't like it. Why do they do it? What has changed from last year and how is it going to work this year? We'll talk about that pretty quick and you guys can let us know your thoughts. Why do they do it? I think pretty much for the money, because they don't want anybody going on the bye. Remember, Super Rugby used to have 8 teams in the knockouts. That's when the Melbourne Rebels were around and we had 12 teams. When they went bust, it seemed a bit ridiculous to have 8 out of 11 teams going through. Like 8 from 12 was bad enough. 8 from 11 would be even worse. So they did make the sensible decision to reduce the number of playoff teams, but instead of going with a nice clean 4, or 6 with 2 on the bye. I know some people don't like the byes because of momentum or whatever. Byes, I think, would at least be more intuitive. You wouldn't have to work out who's going to be your highest ranked side. But no byes. They want more playoff games. They want more attendances for playoff games. Like, it all comes down to that, playoff broadcast and hosting playoff matches, I think, for the clubs. They want more playoff games, so we need 6 teams to go through. As I said, how do we turn 6 into 4? We have a lucky loser. They have changed it from last year, which is good. And the simple rule to remember is the highest ranked losing team now becomes the lowest ranked semi-finalist. Last year had this kerfuffling about they dropped 1 spot. They've gotten rid of that. Last year, the Chiefs lost as the top-ranked side and was still able to host a semi-final the next week. That's gone. If you lose, you are now last if you are that lucky loser. So the Hurricanes are the only team guaranteed to go through. If they win, they are the top-ranked semi-finalist. If they lose, they are the bottom-ranked semi-finalist. It is simple as that. So if they win, they go through first. That's pretty straightforward. That's kind of the expected result. The Chiefs, if they win, they go second. If the Hurricanes have won and the Chiefs somehow manage to lose, then they go 4th. If they both lose, then the Chiefs are buggered. You only get to have 1 lucky loser, and the Hurricanes will guarantee that spot if they do manage to fluff their lines. The Crusaders, same deal. They'll be 3rd if they beat the Blues. They'll be 4th as long as the Chiefs and the Hurricanes have won. And the Blues are the kind of most likely to get the lucky loser spot if the results go as predicted, because all 3 qualifying finals are predicted to be pretty lopsided. So the Blues, in all likelihood, go into the lucky loser spot. If it goes as predicted, it means Blues will travel to Wellington, Crusaders will travel to Hamilton. If we get an upset like last year, it will kind of just depend on who loses and who takes what spot. We could end up a place if the Brumbies kind of do the, I don't want to say impossible, because a lot of people have been speaking about the Brumbies' decent record over the Hurricanes in kind of playoff matches. If the Hurricanes get rolled, the Chiefs go up, the Crusaders go up, the Brumbies would be your 3rd ranked side, and then the Hurricanes would go in as lucky loser. That's kind of one of the possible permutations if the unthinkable happened from a Hurricanes perspective. So it is pretty straightforward. I think compared to last year, it is just whoever is the highest ranked losing side goes into 4th. And then you got the three winning sides in the ranking order of how they finished this year. So in all likelihood, it is Hurricanes 1, Chiefs 2, Crusaders 3, lucky loser the Blues. But as I said, nothing is guaranteed. The only thing that is guaranteed, Hurricanes are going through the next round, but they're not guaranteed a home semi like they would have been last year. You guys let us know your thoughts. Do you like lucky loser? Do you think it's overly complicated? What would be your alternative? Do you go just straight 4-team playoffs, especially with next year having 10 teams? Top 4 seems tasty, but I can't see them going top 4 because of the commercial realities of wanting 3 teams to host playoff matches. The unions want to host those matches, and the broadcaster will want to broadcast playoff matches. So I think it'll still be this system next year. I think it'll be 6 out of the top 10. But you guys let me know your thoughts. Take care, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.